Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are looking into my Galaxy Z Fold5, which I've now owned since August of 2023. So I now have over a year's worth on this phone, and there is one thing I really hate about this phone, and I'm going to go through that in this video. But first we're going to start with the positives, and we're going to give this phone a fair view and review of an everyday life of someone who uses this every single day. Now, without further ado, the phone is stylish. It's obviously one of the first, obviously when I say the first of its kind in terms of the fold world, obviously we're now on the fifth generation. But I think this phone was key to the fact of getting that flat inside screen, whereas before you saw the fold, especially in the earlier generations, in the middle of the inside screen. But the camera is fantastic, the phone runs smoothly. I very much used to be an Apple fanboy up to August last year, and I always had an iPhone. However, this phone, with it now being in the fifth generation, I thought, do you know what? They've probably now got this down to a T. I've loved it. I've loved the customization of it. I like how you can customize a lot more of the features on this phone to an iPhone. And I think the main aspect is I've never ever had a problem with it. You're going, well, you're saying all these positive things. Well, what is it you hate about it? And look, I will get into that in a lot more detail. The camera quality has been fantastic, and I've got my Canon M50 here, which I'm using to film with, but this most of the time actually gives up a better filming quality in absolutely everything that it does. In terms of portrait images, the editing on here is great, YouTube plays great, the apps work great. Now obviously, being a YouTuber, I think one of the main aspects I would have to mention is that for some reason, with a lot of all the other Androids, with iPhones, you go on to YouTube and cutting shorts from your YouTube videos is nice and easy. However, for some reason, on the YouTube app here, it does not let you remix your own videos. It doesn't let you remix any video. It doesn't have that feature built in, which I don't know why, because it's obviously the phone is more than capable. Stuff like DaVinci Resolve and Filmora or stuff like that, you can edit perfectly on this phone in the large mode, and it's great. I can use it as a portable editing machine, and with the memory that's already in here, I don't have any issues with any saving. Especially when you have like OneDrive and stuff like that. It's easy to use. It's really, really easy to use, and I think this is the main aspect in this phone, and that's kind of the reason why I do enjoy using it. It was a really, really simple phone to use, easy to use on Android, and I like it. But yes, there is one niggling issue. And I guess you would say, obviously, this isn't everyone's issue, but I feel that this was something that lets my phone down, and I think maybe lets the design down. And you can see I've got this case on it. It's a hard case, and it has the protection for this back rib here. It does have the S Pen. The S Pen's great, by the way. The flat edition for these which are built specifically for these phones. It is a great piece of kit. But yes, the main aspect why I hate my phone, and I'm going to show you that now. This here is the reason why I hate my phone. And you'll sit there and go, well, you dropped it, didn't you? You dropped it and that's why it's done that. No, I didn't. I was on a holiday, and one day a bit of sand or a bit of something in my pocket, while it was open like this, managed to creep inside here. That then made an indent. Not an indent, sorry, a bulge in the middle of the screen here. So something was underneath the screen. And then me using it, as I did that, one day I just saw the lines appear. And obviously it's bled in the middle. Now that bleed mark hasn't got any bigger, and it's I had only had the phone for about 3-4 months when that happened. And here's where the main downsides of this fold phone. That internal screen will cost me £514. That's right, £514 to replace. That is a lot of money. And right now I haven't wanted to or had the spare money to be able to replace it. And it comes to the fact that I could very, very much claim it. I guess I have insurance on my bank account to claim it, but then will that put my insurance up? And it's the weighing up the option, because it does annoy me. It does get in the way. It hasn't really made the screen any less sensitive or anything along those lines in the middle. It hasn't made it less sensitive at all. So it doesn't stop its operation. It just gets in the way when you're wanting to watch a movie, on that big screen. This is what you have the screen for, don't you? You have the screen to go through all of your and watch movies. It's been great for that, and I've loved it. But when you have a massive splodge mark in the way, it does upset me because of how much this phone was. And you see what I mean by the crease mark? The crease mark is still there a bit, you can still feel it, but it's nowhere near as bad, and I have really enjoyed this phone. It's just a shame about that. So guys, do any of you have this phone? What do you think of it? Maybe you are also on Apple and you've been considering these phones and moving over as well, but wanted to see why I hated my phone so much. And look, it's only a materialistic thing in the fact that it's only slightly cosmetic of why I hate this phone. However, it happens so easily. 9 times out of 10, this probably won't happen to you. I was probably very unlucky, but there you go. It is what it is. I still like this phone, and it still would not put me off buying another one of these in the future. I like it. At the end of the day, iPhone screens and backs break as well. They do. That's what happens. Phones break, and I probably should have had this protection case on it. I just had one of the original Samsung cases, which leaves the spine completely open. But there you go. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about this phone, or anything that you would like me to cover any further on it. Maybe you are considering one of these. Maybe you do have some questions. Let me know. Maybe you have one of these. Have you had any other issues like this? Let me know. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.